John Mearsheimer is a former general and an old fart who has dominated recently the whole discourse about international politics. And his vision is that we should stick to the Otto von Bismarck's or the Cardinal Richelieu's old realpolitik. So that is that we should build and base mostly on the hard power, on the on tanks, on armies, and so on. When we deal with foreign leaders, also foreign autocrats like Chinese leaders, Russia's leaders, and he thinks that this realpolitik, Otto von Bismarck's realpolitik, is a good approach. Well, I very much doubt it. I even think that John Mearsheimer could be a Russian troll, because when you are a leader of a Western nation, which is based on liberty and liberté, fraternité, égalité, and so on, then you have to use also not just hard power, not just tanks, not just armies, not all this stuff, but you also need to use, as Professor Joseph Nye has recommended, you should need the power which is called soft power. It's a term coined by Joseph Nye, and I think it's a right approach for a Western leader. This is, for instance, Joseph Nye had proposed once that the United States should fund schools for Afghan children, so that in the future the Afghan people will be grateful for that and will look with more favorable eye on the West and the virtues represented by the West. This is exactly what the United States should do in Afghanistan, if anything. But of course, did they do it? Well, have they done it? No, they haven't. So, but not really, a little bit. So, if you base only on hard power, then then you use the weaponry which is at your disposal, and it's also at the disposal of the autocrat in Beijing or in Petersburg or Moscow, no matter. So you are resigning, you are giving up the biggest advantage the West has over those tyrants. So what's really the point to give an advice like that to a Western leader? Hard power, realpolitik. It's a good advice that for a Eastern leader, for an authoritarian, not for a Western leader. So in my opinion, and for instance, in the case of Ukraine and the war of Ukraine, John Mearsheimer has recently said that he warned everyone that Russia will not accept any more NATO member states. So what? Why should we care? Why should we care what Putin is thinking about it? Why should we? It's not his decision. It's not his call. It's Ukraine's call to join or not to join the NATO. Why should we even care what Putin is thinking? It's not his decision. It's not his fate. If he has a problem with expanding NATO, so be it. So it's NATO's problem, of course, and it's his problem because it's his approach. So basically, John Mearsheimer is accepting the Vladimir Putin's point of view. Maybe he does not realize it. I don't know, but it seems to me that John Mearsheimer is an idiot or a Russian troll. I think a video entitled "Just Like That" is very much needed on the English-speaking internet and the English-speaking YouTube as well, because everyone is fascinated with this old fart, immoral old fart, John Mearsheimer. I am not.